Hey, I'm back. Man, that was crazy, man. There was a big power outage, man. I'm so sorry about that. Things happen, man. That was crazy. I didn't even expect that. And we were rocking it, man. We were doing, man, it was pump. It was, man, the live was rocking in part one. That's why I just redid it right now. The power just went back up, man. That was crazy, man. I tell you what, things happen out of nowhere unexpectedly, man. So, that's why I just put right now, I just went back, and I put part two. I put part two because, part one a moment ago, man, it was flowing, man. I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Things happen. You know how it is, man. So the power went out of nowhere. Just boom. The computer went off. Everything. The power went out. So my gosh, man. But whatever. We're back, man. We're back. Man, we were flowing. We were just flowing. It was so fun. But hey, hope you guys jump back on. But it's all good. So yeah, let's continue what I was saying, man. We were talking about Nakatani. Yes. We're talking about Nakatani. And I think that, a lot of people got to be talking about this more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, and I hope at least, I'm confident, I guess I can say it that way, that other platforms are definitely going to push this fight, and I guess we can say promote it to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely worth a matchup talking about. Nakatani versus Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? And what I was saying a moment ago before the freaking power went out, yeah, we're back. We're back. Jet Smoke. Let me put my music on my headphones, man. I just always got to have my smooth groove in the background, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, thanks so much, Soccer Training Club, Chen Smoke. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you guys for jumping back in, man. Yeah, I mean, what happened was the freaking power went out here, man. It just went out of nowhere, dude. Oh, my gosh. And we were flowing. It was a hot session, man. It was just firing, flaming hot, you know what I'm saying? Cooking on the barbecue, man. It was doing great. So hopefully everybody jumps in, but it's all good. So let's continue, man. So yeah, what I was saying is this. Bruce Goes was talking about in the first session, okay? And that's why I'm calling it, I repeat, this live session right now, I'm calling it part two. Part two, continuation of the first part of the Flash Live that we were just doing right now a moment ago. So, yeah, so what Bruce said is that this makes, stylistically something along those lines. He was talking about that, Bruce Goes said that, this makes for a good matchup because of the styles. The styles makes for a good matchup. Oh, no, Bruce Goes. Man, the bills are paid, man. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Sometimes the freaking power goes out and gosh, it just turns everything off. It's like, man, I tell you. But hey, we're back. Oh yeah, Bruce, what we're talking about, before the freaking power went out, that you talked about, the styles make for a good matchup. And what I was saying is that our brains, okay, our brains are made up of two hemispheres, right? And obviously the thing here about when you talk about the brain, okay, when you talk about the brain is so advanced, that scientists can't even figure it out to this day, you know what I'm saying? It's under research, you know what I'm saying? Our brains, the mind, we have a marvelous tool, man, in our mind, our organ, you know what I'm saying? The brain is so advanced and amazing that it consists of two parts. Let me just break this down for you, okay? Because I was going off of what Bruce was saying, that this fight, Lomachenko versus Nakatani makes for a great fight stylistically. Chain with Ice is in the building. Chain with Ice is tuning into part two of the Flash Live. What happened, Chain with Ice, is that part one, we had a Flash Live, we were going in, I forgot how long it was on. It was like, 40 minutes, 30 minutes? And the freaking power went off here, man. It just cut off out of nowhere. So this is part two. We're going to continue. Oh, we're going to keep pushing it, definitely, man, because I got a good window of time, and I'm going to take advantage of this window of time. I'm not going to let it go to waste. We got to talk boxing. That's what I'm talking about. You see, I'm a determined type of person, man. I'm determined. And when I do something, I got to do it all the way. I got to do it all the way. If not, I'm not satisfied. That's how we got to be. That's what I'm talking about. We fight in life. Heck yeah. Chain with Ice saying thanks so much for jumping. Thank you guys for jumping in, man. You guys are awesome. So check it out. So the left side of the brain is the coherent part. It's the logical part. It's the pattern part. It's the 2 + 2 = 4 part. It's the mathematical part. It's the equational part. You see what I'm saying? That's the left side of the brain. It's more, but it's just, just to understand in a general sense. The right side of the brain is the creative side. It's the imaginative side. It's the artistic side. It's the abstract side. It's the musical side. You see what I'm saying? It's the talented side of the brain. That's the hemisphere. That's what the right side of the brain brings. As far as what science has discovered so far, and there's more to it, obviously, but why do I say this? It's because what I was saying in part 1 before the freaking light went out, the electricity, whatever. What I was saying in part 1 is that when you visualize, and I was jumping off of what Bruce Goes was saying, when you visualize it in your brain, in the imaginative side, and the picture side, you can imagine it and just look at it happening. You know what I'm saying? I like what Curtis Anderson, the historian, he says it time and time again. You know what I'm saying? How he says he says, while he's talking about a fight, he's playing it out in his brain already. He's playing it out in his mind already, how it's gonna go out. That's very effective when we do that, because a lot of times, maybe not all the time, but a lot of the times it plays out like that. So when we match up Nakatani versus Lomachenko and the styles and the way they fight, it's going to make for a great fight, man. It's going to make for an amazing fight, because Nakatani, you already know his style. He's aggressive. He goes forward. He has a chin. You know what I'm saying? And Lomachenko, with his high IQ, with this type of style that he brings, it's going to be beautiful. These two styles, Nakatani versus Lomachenko, those who are jumping in right now, I think that's so much, man. So there's news that's coming out just to freshen our minds, okay, freshen our memories. And if you haven't heard it, there's news coming out that, Lomachenko is scheduled to fight, or planned, or whatever, is projected to fight Nakatani. Lomachenko versus Nakatani in July. So this is awesome. This is awesome. I can't wait, man. We talked about in part 1 of the Flash Live, where we're chopping up SHAKUR versus Jeremiah Nakatili, if I'm not mistaken. It's interesting because in this Flash Live, I wanted to talk about Shakur Stevenson up-and-coming fight, which is scheduled for June 12th, if I'm not mistaken, versus Jeremiah Nakatili. And it's funny because in the same live, in this Flash Live, I wanted to talk about Lomachenko versus Nakatani. So the names kind of coincide there. Nakatani, Nakatili, right? Hey, Jab Jamboree, the judge, the Honorable Jab Jamboree is in the building. Hey, what's going on, family? Judge, how are you doing, Your Honor? I hope you're doing great today. Ack Reacher, I'm sure he's busy with his paperwork for Friday, for his hearings. So, I don't want to, Ack, I thank you so much for taking out your time, honorable judge, to tune in. Definitely, man. So, hey, we got a condo. What's up, a condo? What's going on, family? You know what? I'm going to do something right now for a condo, man. I got to wrench you up a condo. I don't think you're wrenched up, so I got to do that. I got to do that for Jab Jamboree also, man. Definitely, man. And Chain with Ice, man. You guys have been rock with me, definitely, man. So I appreciate each and every one of you for jumping in. Thanks guys so much. So yeah. Nakatani versus Lomachenko has to be promoted amongst the boxing community, man. It has to be promoted. It has to be pushed. That's definitely what I'm talking about, man. Definitely, man. They deserve it. They deserve it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Let's give them that credit. You know what I'm saying? Let's give Lomachenko that credit, okay? I know there are people who can say this and that about Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? But we got to give our respect to Lomachenko, man. The names he's fought, you know what I'm saying? He's coming back. How many, come on now, let's focus on this aspect now. How many fighters in Lomachenko's shoes, and let's be realistic here, okay? How many fighters in Lomachenko's shoes would take a warm-up fight? Would take a very formidably easier fight than Nakatani? How many fighters would take a warm-up fight? Someone down the totem pole. Most would do that. You're coming from a loss. Lomachenko, lost against Teofimo. Big loss, according to, Lomachenko and his ego and things of that nature, his pride, blah, blah, blah. And I've made a video about it, how I don't tolerate those excuses that Lomachenko brought out. I'm 100 with all these dudes. At the same time, I'm giving credit to Lomachenko. I'm giving credit to Lomachenko, for fighting, taking this fight. According to what we're hearing. He's going to fight Nakatani in July. I give my credit to Lomachenko. But at the same time, I disapproved of him crying, whining, and pouting. I made videos about it, for losing against Teofimo. You see what I'm saying? But I definitely give him the credit for stepping up. How many fighters, let's get back to that. How many fighters would take a warm-up fight? Nakatani's not a warm-up fight, ladies and gentlemen. Nakatani is a game opponent. Tough competitor. And look at what Lomachenko's doing. Come on now, let's give him his credit. Let's give him, and like I said, I know a lot of people maybe said things about him, have said and criticized Lomachenko for several things. You know, for giving him, I don't know if it's, you know, that preferential treatment. And I just said it a moment ago in the first part of the Flash Live when the freaking light went out, the electricity cut off, man. So I just jumped back on right now in part 2. So I called it part 2, Flash Live part 2. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I know he's been criticized about it. Lomachenko's been criticized about, you know, been given preferential treatment to such an extent that, you guys remember when he was in a fight? I don't remember which fight it was. He was in the audience there, and they actually took the loss off of his record when they, you know, had him there on the screen and the banner down there on the screen. It said Lomachenko, and they had him like undefeated or something like that, you know. And it's like, what? You already have a loss, bro. What are you talking about? You know, so it seems like, you know, they were trying to erase that loss that he had against Salido years ago, against Salido. You know what I'm saying? It looks like ESPN or Top Rank, whatever the heck, tried to erase that loss from when they had him on the camera, looking beautiful there or whatever, right? Looking handsome or whatever, right? With his big green eyes, right? But a lot of people have criticized that about Lomachenko, about, you know, how Top Rank gives him preferential treatment. And I understand. I just said it right now a moment ago before the electricity went out in the first part of the Flash Live, that, you know, it seems like they're giving Lomachenko these tough competitive fights that, you know, the boxing community wants to see with all the fighters in general. But I hope that they give that type of treatment to Shakur Stevenson. I repeat that, and I was saying it in the first part before it cut off. I hope that Shakur Stevenson gets that same treatment that Lomachenko is getting when it comes to competitive opponents. Because I reiterate what I was saying in the first session before this cut off. Shakur Stevenson, after this Jeremiah Nakatili guy, after this fight, which I'm almost positive Shakur Stevenson's going to win, you know, it's time for his higher ups to Shakur Stevenson, his handlers, whatever. It's time that they give Shakur Stevenson a nice step-up fight. And after that, start giving him more step-up fights. Start giving him more competitive fights. Please don't treat Shakur Stevenson like Bud Crawford. Don't do that. And if it starts like that, get the heck out of there, Shakur Stevenson. Get the heck out of Top Rank. Okay? Oh man, you guys are jumping up in here. It's interesting because let me repeat what I was saying, or let me say something. This is part 2 of the Flash Live I just had a moment ago, because it got cut off because of the electricity. You know, it gets me mad. It ticks me off when that happens. But whatever. Life is life. Okay. And it's awesome because those who are jumping in now in this session, it's several different people from those who were in the first session. So I thank you guys so much. Hey, those who were in the first session, get the heck back here. That's all good. We had Queen was in the first session. Where are you, Quee? Come on now. It's all good. Hey, Sylvester, I see you, fam. Thank you so much for jumping in here, man. Thank you so much. So let's get to the chat, man. So I'm kind of summing up what we were talking about in the first session, okay? So we were talking about that. So let's visualize how much of an amazing fight this is going to be. And let's give credit to Lomachenko. I repeat what I was saying a moment ago. Let's give credit to Lomachenko for not taking a warm-up fight after losing to Teofimo. How many fighters out there, ladies and gentlemen? Please, let's reiterate this. And it sounds like I'm repetitive, but we got to give respect to whom respect and honor is due. How many fighters out there, after losing, take a warm-up fight, take an easy fight? And look what Lomachenko's doing, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's give him respect. Let's give him his respect in this aspect. In this aspect I'm talking about. Coming back from a big loss from Teofimo, and he's going to fight Nakatani. Man, that's awesome. You see why I don't have much to complain about boxing. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying what we're seeing in the sport of boxing, definitely, man. So, man, let me get to the chat right here. So we got, Kondo saying, appreciate you, family. Definitely, man. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. So, a Kondo saying here, I can't give him. Oh, okay. I feel you, bro. Hey. I feel you. So Akondo's saying here that he can't give him credit. He can't give Teofimo credit because he's ducking Devin. You know what, Akondo? I agree. But at the same time, I respect him for stepping up and fighting Nakatani after a loss. I respect that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I agree, Akondo. I agree. There are so many complexities, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to fighters, when it comes to how they maneuver themselves and stuff like that. But I agree, Akondo. And I add to that, Akondo. Let me add to that. And I said this in my last. I've been saying this. KC shouts out to the guy, our family, OG, singing OG. I love calling him up on Saturdays. If you guys haven't tuned in, go ahead and tune in to KQKC. I'm sure you guys are all subscribed to him. You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't tuned in some Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? I generally try to call. I call in. He has a call-in show, man. It's awesome. You can call in and give your opinion and stuff like that according to what he's talking about. He usually talks about on Saturdays about the fights that are gonna go down on Saturday night or whatever, right? So I call him up and I broke down, quickly because it's a 3-minute limit to call there, and I understand because there's so many callers there. I think it was last Saturday. I talked about Devin Haney. I talked about, you know what? All these dudes are duck. It's not just Lomachenko. I mean, and I'm very cautious when it comes to saying that certain fighters duck certain fighters. Let me just reword what I'm trying to say here. It seems like a lot of fighters don't want to fight. Most fighters don't want to fight Devin Haney at 135. I'm just gonna put it that way, man. It seems like a lot of fighters, these top fighters at 135 don't want to fight Devin Haney. But I'm not so sure with Teofimo yet. I gotta make this clear. I'm not so sure with Teofimo yet. Because, ladies and gentlemen, come on now. Let's wait. Maybe Teofimo, after fighting Kambosos, maybe he's gonna come and fight Devin. If he does that, man, hey, I got nothing to say against Teofimo, man. That's definitely the takeover. He's gonna be living what he's preaching. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna be living out what he's preaching, the takeover thing, right? So we'll see, man. But Akondo, I feel you on that, bro. I feel you. I got nothing to say against that. You know what I'm saying? So we got here Sylvester. Yeah, Sylvester says here Shakur needs to step it up now. Exactly, bro. Sylvester, that's facts. And what I was saying in the first live session before this thing cut off, the first one, and that's why I call this one part 2, so he's scheduled to fight on June 12th against a guy named Jeremiah Nakathili, okay? Jeremiah Nakathili, he's from Africa. All his fights have been in Africa, if I think in Nairobi or something. Sorry, man, I'm horrible with geography. I think it's called Namibia or something like that. All his fights, man, have been in the region of Africa. Shakur Stevenson is going to fight that dude. So apparently, according to I don't know where the venue is going to be or anything of that nature, but I'm sure he's going to fight in America now. So this Jeremiah Nakathili guy that's scheduled to fight Shakur Stevenson on June 12th is going to be in America, definitely in the United States, probably in Las Vegas or who knows, I don't know. So Sylvester, that's the thing, and this is definitely not a step-up fight for Shakur Stevenson. We know that. I mean, that's facts. However, I mean, like I said in the first session of this live, that I'm sure he's going to bring a challenge to a certain extent because this guy's tall, he's lengthy. He looks tall, man. I don't know how tall he is, but in the ring, he looks tall, man. So, it might give a challenge to Shakur Stevenson, but it's not really a step-up fight for Shakur Stevenson. So you're definitely right, Sylvester Salome, that Shakur Stevenson after Jeremiah has to have a freaking step-up fight. He has to. I mean, that's a must. You know what I'm saying? It's time. And if they don't give him a step-up fight, there's a problem. It's a big problem for Shakur Stevenson's career. And that's a hint or a clue of how they're gonna maneuver Shakur in Top Rank. And Top Rank has to read the freaking writing on the wall, like we were saying in the first session of this Flash Live. This is part 2. He has to read the writing on the wall and get the heck out of Top Rank and start planning on getting the heck out of there. Now the question in my mind is how long is, you know what I'm saying, what's the time frame with concerning the contract he's under, signed to or whatever, to Top Rank? How long is that contract for? That I don't know. I have no idea. So, he better be ready, man. Shakur Stevenson has to have his mind in the game right now. He has to be smart. He has to be wise about this, man, and make his moves at the right time. before it's too freaking late, man. Ace by double, what's going on? What is going on? What's going on, man? Thanks so much for jumping in. I think I've seen you before, but thanks so much for jumping in, man. So we got Sylvester saying, so he's being avoided for some reason. Yeah, Haney, I think he is, man. I just that's just my humble opinion, man. Hey, I gotta put this out there, man. I think that sometimes people here tune in from other. We gotta be factual here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people jump in here that are big supporters in other platforms that are, you know, think differently, think contradictory to what I say. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just gonna speak in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my humble opinion. I think that Haney's being avoided. I just think that. You know what I'm saying? Acondo continues to say here, and maybe some people here think differently. I mean, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But as long as it's level-headed, you know what I'm saying? As long as we're all doing it in a mature fashion. We're all adults. We're all grown up. You know, that's why I kind of, you know, I don't. It's just like poison to my ears when I go to platforms and you know, just generally speaking, and they just start going wild because, you know, somebody in the chat has a different point of view. Or on the contrary, somebody in the chat gets all offended and goes crazy and then you effing this and you piece of bull and this is garbage. I mean, come on now, we're all grown-ups, man. Take that nonsense somewhere else. I've said it time and time again, you know what I'm saying, on my live sessions, that, you know, take that child's play somewhere else. We're not in a playground here. You know, we're not in a playground. We're not in a basketball court fighting over a freaking basketball here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're grown-ups. And that's the approach this platform is bringing. You know what I'm saying? We're grown-ups. We're mature. We're, you know, people can respectfully disagree. People can respectfully agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And so if you disagree, I mean, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But we all do it in a mature fashion. You know what I'm saying? We're all grown-ups here. We're all grown men and women, you know, queens that tune in here. We're all grown-ups, definitely, man. So let me get, you know what, I was gonna do this earlier. Hold on, let me just do this real quick here. Bam. We got a condo there and Sylvester. I don't think I have you wrenched up, fam. You guys been rocking with me for a minute, man. So I definitely got to get you up in that. I got to get Jab Jamboree also. Just wait a moment, you guys. Here, there we go. Bam. So I'm just gonna get out of here and I'm just gonna. Oh, One Honor. I think I forgot to do that too for you. I'll wrench you up soon, One Honor. Okay. I just got out the platform where I can do that. So let me get back to the chat. Okay. So we got. Acondo saying, Devin have the WBC strap. Why not fight him? Exactly, man. And let me just reiterate what I was saying a moment ago about Teofimo. I can't say just yet. Let's just wait and see what he does after Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait and see what Teofimo does after Kambosos. And what I was saying a moment ago, I was talking about on KQKC. I called in and I was talking about that, you know, breaking it down, and it looks like Devin, they just don't want to fight this guy. They just don't want to fight him. One Honor is in the building. What's going on, One Honor? Thanks so much for jumping in, man. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for jumping in, man. We got here, we got Ace by Double saying, Haney ducked Lomachenko. When they took the fight with Adulav, the WC president told them they would lose ties to Haney, and they took it anyways. I also remember, though, that, like, if I'm not mistaken, around the time, back then that Lomachenko, he got the franchise, and kind of that was his right not to fight Haney or something like that along those lines. So I got to go back and check that out, man. But I just feel and think, and the way I see things, and the way that, you know, Bill Haney and Devin Haney are pushing and pushing and pushing, they just want to fight. You know, all these names out there. It feels to me, I feel that people are trying to shy away, trying to stay away from Haney, man. Kind of like what I'm just saying with the term, at least, kind of like what Bud said with Canelo, right? He's shying away, quote unquote, right? But so yeah, I feel that these fighters are kind of shying away from Haney. You know what I'm saying? One Honor continues to say, Shakur is the future for sure. Stay busy fight. Yeah, it's a stay busy fight. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah Nakatili, you know, June 12th against Shakur Stevenson. It's a stay busy fight, but I want to see after Shakur versus Jeremiah, has to step up, man. One Honor continues to say, you think he's being protected? I think fighters don't want the smoke. When it comes to who, One Honor, you think Shakur Stevenson? I think it's both, bro. I think it's that's a good thing, man. I mean, I think that they don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson either. But I gotta still wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson just has 16 fights. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, just 16. So, but the test here is gonna be after Jeremiah, after Shakur versus Jeremiah, has to be a step-up fight. And if one of these fighters, because I reiterate, he wants the winner between Herring and Frampton, or he wants Valdez. So let's see, man. Let's see what these fighters do. And I'm not talking about Shakur. I'm talking about those other fighters, these names I just mentioned. These names that Shakur has been calling out for a long time, for eons. Let's see what they do after Jeremiah versus Shakur Stevenson, after Herring and Frampton. Let's see if they say, turn around to Shakur and say, hey, let's fight. Let's do it. Let's bring it. Let's fight. Then let's see. If it looks like they maneuver and try to avoid Shakur, then we can be a little bit more concrete and say, you know what? It looks like they're avoiding Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? It looks like they're avoiding Shakur Stevenson. Eric Boxell. Saludos, hermano. What's going on, family? Thanks so much for jumping up in hand. Hey, Eric, what happened was, and one honor, those who are just jumping in right now, I had a flash live moments ago. This is the second part, because in the first part, the freaking power went out, man. It just cut off. So I had to come back on and do it again. So this is part 2 though. So we're continuing from where we left off. And it's funny because in the first live session, it was a lot of different people. And now you guys are different coming in, and I really appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. So DP Rocka is also in the building. Hey, DP Rocka, what's going on? So what we're talking about is that now we're talking about Shakur and stuff, but generally what we were talking about before the first live cut off because of the power going out, we were talking about Lomachenko versus Nakatani, which is going to be a great fight. It's we're getting information that it's going to be in July, and I've been saying, you know, ever since the first live and right now that people got to push this fight. People got to push Nakatani versus Lomachenko, and I got to respect Lomachenko for taking up this fight. Because I repeat, please, just bear with me. I repeat, how many fighters coming from a loss are going to come and fight a tough competitor? Tough fighter like Nakatani. Not a lot of people are doing that, ladies and gentlemen. We got to give that respect, man. We got to. Akando continues to say here, I get it, but the purpose is wanting to be the champion. Excuse me. If someone got it, you want to be the one that take from them. Yeah, that's facts. That is the problem with boxing, Akando. That definitely is the problem with boxing. And I feel you what you're saying on that. That Loma should go fight Haney. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko should go. He should have went for Haney. But the thing here is at the same time, right? If I'm not mistaken, Haney already got scheduled Linares. But I still got hopes up. I still got my hopes up. That's what I'm saying. What I was saying earlier. The complexities in the sport. The complexities in all this. You know what I'm saying? It would be great though. You know what I'm saying? Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If okay, so we got according to a source or whatever, the information we're getting is that Lomachenko is going to fight Nakatani in July. You already know that Haney's going to fight Linares. I forgot what month, but it's going to be soon. What is it, in June or something, or April? So hey, it can still happen. Okay, Teofimo is going to go and fight Cambosos. I mean, these guys, they got their schedules already. They're lined up. Okay, they got their own fights going on. So it would be great to see. Check this out. There's still an opportunity. Let's say that Lomachenko, according to what we're hearing, okay, he's going to fight Nakatani in July. You know, that's after, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember the date, but that's after Lomachenko versus Linares. I'm sorry, that's after Haney versus Linares. They get these fights out the way, and if they come out winning these fights, hey, we can possibly see a Lomachenko versus Haney. We can possibly see it. We can possibly see it around what? Around October, November? Now, let me say something here. Please listen. Please listen. You guys are awesome. You guys are jumping up in here. Hey, please listen. Charlo, Jermel, I think it was Jermel Charlo, and I disagree with him on this, man. I mean, I love him. I love Charlo. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it here. For those who are just jumping in and maybe not, first timers, I'm unbiased. I got to get that clear. I don't care if a fighter's from Mexico. I don't care if a fighter's from the United States. I don't care if he's from the UK. I don't care if he's from Argentina. I don't care if he's from Africa. I don't care. Whatever. Okay? I just love boxing, and that's it. I make it simple here. It's simple here, family. You know what I'm saying? The approach here in Renee Box Young is we speak, discuss, and critique, analyze the sport of boxing in a mature, level-headed fashion. We're all gentlemen. We're all ladies and gentlemen here. I say ladies because of the queens that jump in sometimes, of the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We're all grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do here. We make it simple here. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I see you, Big Face Worldwide. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, glad you stumbled. How'd you stumble here, fam? Did you see it? And can you let me know that, Big Faces Worldwide? Was it a notification? Was it a reference? I'm sorry, or was it shared? Was it a recommendation on YouTube? Just let me know, bro. I just kind of want to know, like, as far as the analytics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, thanks so much for jumping in, man. You guys are awesome. DT's in the building. Hey, man, DT, thank you so much. D-Ray, DT, D-Ray, DP. We got, hey, we got DT, D-Ray, DP, Rocket. All the D's up in here. Hey, man, Rama Lane. Man, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for jumping in. So you see, let me get back to what I'm saying. There's still a chance. There's still a chance to see Lomachenko versus Haney. You see? And I'm not too quick yet with Teofimo. I got to make that clear. I'm not too quick to say Teofimo's avoiding Haney just yet. Let's see what Teofimo does after Kambosos. If Teofimo doesn't come back and fight Haney after Kambosos, then I'll be kind of sketchy there. I'll be like, okay, man, Teofimo, come on now. What's going on? I'm definitely going to speak out on it. Y'all know how I do it here. I'm going to speak out on it. I don't care who it is. Because I'm 100. I just want to see the best fights out there. That's all I want to do here. That's all I do here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So thanks so much, man. One honor. Yeah, hit the likes up, man. Thank you guys so much, man, for your... I appreciate you guys are awesome. Big Faces World, just in case you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, man. It doesn't cost anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe. Put the notification bell on when you know I'll go live. So Rama Lane, once again, thanks so much for jumping in, man. So let me get to the comment section here. Okay, so we got DP Rocka. Thanks so much for jumping in, DP. You got here him saying he should have demanded a rematch in the contract. Oh, are you talking about Teofimo versus Lomachenko? You talking about that, fam? Yeah, I mean, that would have been amazing. But, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to see a Teofimo versus Lomachenko. I'm almost positive. Rematch, I don't think that's happening. You know, got One Honor saying, but your facts, DP. That would be awesome. One Honor says here, I want to know who's the mandatory for Teo's franchise title. You know what? One Honor? You know what? That's a good question. The thing here, One Honor, I don't even think there are mandatories for franchises. Okay, we got. That's a good question, bro, because I can care less about that stupid franchise stuff. But that's a good question, though. But the thing here, as far as the politics, the political aspect of the franchise title, I don't even think there's no mandatory for franchise titles. There's no mandatory, One Honor, from what I know at least. Because when you go back, okay, let's go back when the first franchise title was even handed out. If I'm not mistaken, the first franchise title was handed out to Teofimo. That was a while ago. And then it was given to Canelo. And Mauricio Suleiman came out with a list. I think it was on the WBC page, WBC.com, whatever. There's a list of like requirements or rules or whatever of a franchise title. And amongst those rules and guidelines, there's no mandatory for a franchise title. I don't remember reading that, and I'm almost positive that's how it is. So there's no mandatory for franchise titles. It's just a honor. It's just like a award. That's what Mauricio's saying. Even though he himself is confused on how to freaking explain it, because if I'm not mistaken, he was on Barbershop Conversation some time ago, and he didn't even know how to explain it. He says, I know it's confusing, but, you know, we're going to see the landscape of it. And, you know, he was trying to explain it. He was trying to explain himself away and, you know, save face, wash his hands. He himself doesn't really understand how it's going to happen, you know, but I'm almost positive there's no franchise. There's no mandatory for a franchise. It's just an award. So my thing here is I think that the best way to do that franchise stuff, just to give it, like, give a medal, not a belt. Give like a medal like the Olympics do, like the Olympians, you know, like when you get a bronze, second, you know, bronze, silver, and gold, do something like that, like a medal or something, you know, to award a fighter, you know, for their accomplishments in the sport of boxing. Don't give a freaking belt, man. I mean, because that just confuses everything. So One Honor, yeah, there's no, and he's not undisputed, because I just saw that comment right there. So let me get to the comments before that on One Honor, but that's why he's not, you know what I'm saying? Teofimo's not undisputed. Technically speaking, we want to get to the technicalities of it. He's not undisputed. We got to face that fact, man. And I don't care what other platforms say. I don't care if there are pro-Latin platforms out there. That's fine. More power to them. Awesome. We're family. That's cool. You know, I don't care if they're backing up Teofimo as being undisputed. But factually speaking, he's not undisputed. I mean, how clear you got to be, you know, it's clear. I don't care who rocks for who. That's facts, ladies and gentlemen. We can't get around that. Come on now. You see, that's what I'm saying. It's just horrible to see how people back false information. I mean, undisputed is franchise title does not fall into an undisputed champ. You can't. It doesn't consist. It doesn't comprise of a fighter being undisputed. A franchise title is not even a freaking belt. It's not. It shouldn't even be a belt. It's a belt, but it shouldn't be a belt. It's like an award. That's all it is. So the bottom line is Teofimo's not undisputed. I mean, I get it. Marketing-wise, Teofimo is rocking that. He's throwing out shirts, merchandise, saying undisputed, but he's not undisputed. I mean, I don't get it, but whatever. Whatever. Let me get to the chat here. So let me get to the chat. Let's continue. Everybody saluting each other. Thank you guys so much. Man, you guys are awesome. So D-Ray said, what about Bud said about... We'll get to that in a moment, bro. I said I wasn't going to talk about Bud. Hey, on my first live session in this Flash Live, when I was talking about... Okay, check this out. Let me answer that, D-Ray, real quick. In the first part of this live session, of this Flash Live, this is part 2, because in the first part it cut off my electricity, the power went out, and I just jumped back on and called it part 2. But in the first few minutes, I said I'm not going to talk about Bud and what he said about Canelo, because I said there are more things that I got to talk about, because I said there are a lot more things that are happening in the sport of boxing. But why did I say that, D-Ray? Let me make it clear. Why did I say that I'm not going to talk about what Bud said about Canelo? And I said this. Go back to my first session earlier, okay? And I said it in the beginning of the live because I said it's nothing new. I said it's because everybody's saying the same thing. A lot of people are saying the same thing about Canelo, and it's just nothing new. Bud is kind of repeating what Eric Morales has said about him, what Demetrius Andrade has said about him, what Cesar Chavez Sr. has said about him, what Juan Manuel Marquez has said about him, what Ignacio Beristain has said about him. Should I continue? What Lupe Pintor, bantamweight fighter, Mexican legend, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, 70s, has said about him. What El Gallo Estrada has said about him. Okay, so I think I'm clear there, okay? That's kind of why I said I'm not going to talk about what Bud said about Canelo. Oh my gosh, I love Canelo, man. Canelo is a freaking warrior, though, dude. I cannot take anything away from his heart and skills, you know what I'm saying? But One Honor says here, then how is that Yeah, One Honor, that's the thing. Then how is that undisputed? It's not. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You already know One Honor. You already know, bro. It's not undisputed, bro. It's not. D-Ray says Boo Boo versus Canelo. That's not going to happen. So we got here. Let's continue. I'll just kidding, D-Ray. I'm just messing around, bro. Look, D-Ray. Demetrius Andrade. I love going off of what you guys say in the chat. I have my points, but I love what you guys say, and I love it. This is what collaboration is about. This is what an organic live is about. You know what I'm saying? So D-Ray says here, Boo Boo versus Canelo 2022. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. Now it's possible though, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, remember what Canelo said, if I'm not mistaken, on Mike Tyson Hot Boxing, when he was speaking all in English. Hey, that was interesting, man. That's interesting how Canelo's coming out speaking English. But anyways, he was talking about, if I'm not mistaken, in that session, he talked about he wants to fight 7 more freaking years, man. So I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but look, D-Ray and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen out there, look at how they have been maneuvering Demetrius Andrade. Look at the opponents he's been having, ladies and gentlemen. It's sad. Demetrius Andrade, I made a video about it some time ago, is like a Bud Crawford 2.0, man. It's the same thing that's going on with Demetrius Andrade. Why? Because some time ago, I think more than a year and a half ago approximately, I pushed a video about it. He extended his contract with Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN, whatever the heck he's at. And he's getting the same lame competition, with all due respect, I say it, concerning Demetrius Andrade's opponents. But he's not getting any competitive matchups. And if I'm not mistaken, Liam Williams is going to fight him next? I mean, come on now. So this is why I say, D-Ray, I doubt Demetrius Andrade is going to fight Canelo, man. It's not going to happen because of the politics. I'm not saying that Demetrius Andrade doesn't want to fight Canelo. I just don't think it's going to happen, politically speaking, you know what I'm saying? Because of Demetrius Andrade's higher ups, man, and how they're maneuvering this guy, man. It's just sad. Demetrius Andrade is a wasted talent, man. I just got to say it how it is, man. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I love Demetrius Andrade. I'm not saying anything against him. I'm just saying the way he's being treated the way he's being maneuvered, the competitors that they're giving him. It's not according to his skill set. It's not according to his skill set. I made a video some time ago. It's called Demetrius Andrade Wasted Talent and a question mark. You know, the thumbnail, you can see Demetrius Andrade there, and you can see Eddie Hearn laughing, and you'll see on the top, wasted. You know, it's just sad with Demetrius Andrade. I don't see him getting a big fight, man. How old is he? I mean, he's towards the end of his career, most likely. You know, so it's just it's sad. It's sad. We got here DP Rocca saying he's not undisputed. Haney got the other track. Yeah, that's facts. DP Rocca, there's no way around that. No way around that. And I don't know why. You know, DP, I mean, I don't know why other platforms try to debate that. And no, he's undisputed because I mean, there's nothing to debate about there. What can you debate? Listen. If I say the sky is blue, and someone comes to me and says, no, the sky is red, how are you going to debate that, man? How are you going to debate that? How are you going to debate, this is another example. How are you going to debate Lomachenko? He has 2 losses. How are you going to debate otherwise? How are you going to say, no, he's undefeated. No, Lomachenko's undefeated, man. No. How are you going to debate that against somebody? How are you going to stand on, quote unquote, your square and say that Lomachenko's undefeated when in actuality he has 2 losses? You can't debate that. And that's what I'm saying, DP Rocca. Exactly. He's not undisputed, and he got the other strap. And people try to debate that. And I don't care what platform it is, I reiterate. I don't care what people stand for concerning that aspect. When they try to defend Teofimo being undisputed, it's just not true. That's all it is. It's just not true. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. But people spend hours and hours and make live sessions and go on and, you know, fight the world. And dude, I ain't got time for that, bro. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Acondo says here, it's a duck strap. Man, Akondo's being direct on that one. He's saying, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I laugh sometimes. I love it. Did you know that laughter is good for you? It's good for your health. Did you know that, ladies and gentlemen? Laugh in life, man. Just laugh. You know what I'm saying? Acondo says here, it's a duck strap. Franchise gives them privileges. Yep. I mean, yeah, it gives them privileges. It gives them privileges to, it seems like, to avoid fighters, man. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. DP Rocket says, ESPN put that nonsense out. Yeah. When it comes to taking a fight, a loss out of Lomachenko, they did that to him. Yeah, when they put him on the screen or something, he was at a fight, he was sitting down there smiling, you know, and they took a lot. They took Salido's loss, you know, him losing to Salido. They put that out and they had him undefeated at that time. That was before he fought Teofimo. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Bruce Go says here, when you see Suleiman, he looks like he answers to someone else, never answering a complete question and looking shaky. Yeah, man. He's like, you know, well, you know, what that means, you know, the landscape of things, it's confusing, but you know, whatever, man. Suleiman, a lot of people see through that guy, man. But hey, D-Ray says here, I needed to hear what you think. Respect. Hey, oh, that's fine, D-Ray. Yeah, thanks, man. Go ahead, y'all ask what you want to ask. Go ahead, it's all good. DP Rocket says here, right message, wrong messenger. Right, Pot calling the kettle black. Yeah, right. Crawford can't talk. Now, whoa, yeah, DP Rocca, yeah, a lot of people are saying that too, like, and whoever says it doesn't matter, right? But facts are facts. The thing here is that Crawford can't talk. I feel you. I think you're referring to what Bud said about Canelo, but at the same time, Bud and the opponents he's been getting, it's kind of like, hey, you're kind of being hypocritical here, kind of like that, right? And I feel it. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I feel audience who thinks like that too concerning what Bud said about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Goes continues to say here, Canelo doesn't like fluid ability. Yeah. Or mobility, and Andrade has both. Yeah. Plus, he's a lefty. Yeah, he's a southpaw and is becoming irrelevant. That's facts. I don't see it on Canelo's plan, but he ducks all the ones who can beat him anyway. Right? I mean, it seems like that, Bruce Goes. But, you know, when people come out and say that, they start getting dislikes and they start saying you're a Canelo hater, and then they start saying that you're garbage and you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, facts are facts. Facts are facts, and that's it. That's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's true. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to another subject matter. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. We were talking about it like a week and a half ago, approximately, that Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola is going to be pay-per-view. We're talking about it's probably going to be pay-per-view. Information's coming out now that it's going to be pay-per-view. $50, $50. Are you going to pay $50 for Chris Ariola versus Andy Ruiz? $50. And if I'm not mistaken, they're talking about. I talked about this recently. I talked about this in my other Flash Live. I can't even remember the freaking name. What's his name, man? Chisora versus Parker, pay-per-view. Is this a joke, man? I mean, Andy. Okay, you comment in the comment section, please. I can't even find the words. Please comment. What do you think? Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola. Is that worth your $50? I'm not even going to say it like in a way to make you want to say no. I'm not even going to say, because did you know that you can question somebody? When you ask a question to someone and you want them to steer towards a specific answer, you word it in a different way. Like, for example, I can say this. Do you think that Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola is worth your hard-earned $50? If I say something like that, like hard-earned, it makes you want to say no more. You see what I'm saying? It kind of influences a person to say no more. So I'm just going to say it like this. Do you think Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola is worth $50? I'm just going to say it like that. Because can you believe it? I put it on Twitter, because all these freaking, promotion or whatever you want to call it, posters coming out, $50 pay-per-view, I put in one of the tweets out there, I don't know, one of the posts, I think it was on Fox, a PBC one. I put in the comment section there, I said something like, I don't know what I said. I said something like, this is like trying to sell a typical station wagon for the price of a Mercedes-Benz. That's what I put. And can you believe that there were people that responded in that chain or whatever you want to call it and said, "Hey, did you see the undercard? It's worth $50." It's like, what? Are you kidding me? I had to mute it, man, because I was laughing. There are people defending that, man. But it's like 5% of the 95% that's actually... You see what I'm saying? It's like 5% who's defending it. And that other 95% of the audience and community is like, this is a bunch of bleep and bleep. And, I don't want to... I'm not vulgar, so I do it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So there are actually people out there that are saying it's worth $50. And another person said, hey... this is worth dishing out $50. It's like, what? Are you kidding me, man? Okay, now, check this out, though. Check this out. Please listen. This is something else I want to talk about concerning the whole pay-per-view thing, all right? Let me say something. So I wanted to intertwine this news with this pay-per-view, okay, Chris Ariola, Andy Ruiz. If I'm not mistaken, in that same event, check this out. Edislandi Lara is going to fight at middleweight. Okay, I've said this months ago. I said this months ago that, there was news coming out that Lara was thinking about, was going to move up to middleweight at 160. So it looks now it's concrete. It looks like Lara is going to fight in the same card of the Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola fight. The same event. Some stadium in California. So Lara is going to fight, but yeah, I didn't check the details of his opponent, but I just know he's going to fight. Okay? Likewise, Jesse Vargas, if I'm not mistaken, is going to fight also in the undercard, if I'm not mistaken, or in the event, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Main event, I don't know, whatever. He's going to fight in the same event. So Jesse Vargas is going to fight, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be May 1st in this whole pay-per-view card. Edislandi Lara is also. Now, let me put my 2 cents on Edislandi Lara, okay? Let me give my 2 cents, please. Yeah, it's going to be, okay, so this Lara, okay, Lara's going to fight against this dude named Lomachenko, okay? He's going to fight Thomas Cornflake Lomachenko, Okay, it's going to be for the WBA middleweight title. And it says here, in the main event, it's the article here, in the main event of Fox PBC Fight Night. And on Fox Deportes Saturday, May 1st, as part of a stacked night of boxing from, you know, this whole Dignity. Yeah, that's the stadium. Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It looks kind of like a big stadium, so I don't really know details of it. But so Lada's going to fight, if I'm not mistaken, in the same card, the same event, if I'm not mistaken, okay? So Thomas Lamana. Now, the thing here is that this is what I want to say, okay? This is what I want to say about Erislandy Lara. I've said it time and time again, and I got to say it again because this is news and he's going to fight soon. Before I say this, let's get to the comment section. Let me the comments we have here. So we have here in the comment section, Rama Lane saying, I really wanted, dang. You know, I keep it clean, man. You know I do it. Dang it. Rama Lane says, I really wanted to watch that fight, but for $50 I'll pass. Exactly. And DP Rocket says, heck no, exactly. It's not worth the $50. Bruce Ghost says here, I'm streaming it. I feel you guys, man. I mean, I'm saying, Bruce Ghost says, don't judge. Oh, Box fans, what's going on, family? Thanks so much, man, for jumping up in here, man. Box fans, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. The undercard should be free. Exactly. Cornflakes, yes, D-Ray. Cornflakes. He's gonna fight. He's gonna. So that's in the whole event. Lara at middleweight. In middleweight, he's gonna fight Thomas Lamana. Okay. Now let me say this about Erislandy Lara. Okay, I gotta say this. I've been saying it, so I gotta say it again because you know the schedule's out. You know, it's official. Whatever you want to call it, right? So So Lara's last fight when he fought Vendetti, I was not impressed. I don't think Lara is the same Lara anymore. I've said it before, and I gotta say it again. Okay. I said it before, and I gotta say it again. Yeah, exactly, Ramo. Laughing out loud. Exactly, bro. I mean, Lara, when he fought, if you go back and watch the fight when he fought Vendetti, I was not impressed at all, okay? You know, he fought Jarrett Hurd. He had a draw, if I'm not mistaken, against Castano. You know, I just don't see him the same anymore, man. I don't see Erislandy Lara the same anymore. And I don't think, this is what I want to get at here. In middleweight, he's gonna fight in middleweight, okay? I don't think he's gonna get to the top in the middleweight division. That's what I wanted to point out with Erislandy Lara, right? That's what I wanted to point out. He's like 37 now, man. He's like 37 years old. I don't think Erislandy Lara is in his prime anymore. The way he performed against Vendetti, which was his last fight, it was not impressive at all, man. He doesn't have that offense as before. You know what I'm saying? The defense, obviously, he has the defense. He has a nice footwork. But the offense is really lacking, especially against the Vendetti. He should have made a statement against Vendetti, but he didn't. I was getting kind of bored in that fight, man. With all due respect to Lara, great fighter, but I was getting kind of bored in that fight against Vendetti. I was not impressed. I thought he was going to do more. I thought he was going to commit more offense, more punch volume, come in and make a statement. So I just don't think with that kind of performance and at the point of, you know, the age that Lara is in right now, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 37, moving up to middleweight. He's going to fight Lamana, Cornflake Lamana. I don't think he's going to make it to the top, man. I don't think Lara is going to make it to the top against these top opponents. You already know the names. Charlo, Andre, Chenko, Golovkin, Eubank Jr. even. I don't know, man. I just don't see... I don't see Lara making big moves at 160, man. I just don't see it. Let me get to the chat real quick, man. Let me get to the chat. So we got Briscoe saying here, Renee, how can pay-per-view thrive when you can Google a question and get a free site to watch it? You know, the thing here is that when it comes to streaming, that's what I love about here in Mexico, man. I get all these fights for free on Mexican broadcasting here on ESPN2, ESPN Knockout, on Space. There are several channels here where I can see fights. I see them from Matchroom. I see them from DAZN. Mind you, there are a couple fights sometimes that are not aired here, but You know, I see the DAZN fights. I see these pay-per-view fights from PBC. That's the awesome thing about Mexico here, you know, broadcasting or whatever you want to call it, television. So the thing here, Brusco, is I don't know how people do it. I don't know, honestly, how people stream it. What I do understand, and when you want to stream a fight, you know, on Google, I think that you have to like give your credit card information in order to do that, like to register into that site just to get a streaming. And I don't trust that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people do that. I have no idea, but I've tried to do it before. And they were asking my credit card information. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give my credit card information to some fishy site that's going to stream a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust that. You know, that's why I have it. That's why I don't know how they do it. Okay. So Bruce, I don't know how they do it, bro, but you're right. Something's not right. Something's not right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So Ruiz versus Ariola is definitely not worth pay-per-view, in my humble opinion. Much less, you know, I mean, when we're speaking of pay-per-view, Chisora versus Parker, Joseph Parker is also in pay-per-view also. I mean, that's a joke, man. Sometimes, man, these pay-per-view events are big jokes. It's just sad. It's just really sad, man. And I say it with all due respect to Andy and to Chris Ariola. Chris Ariola is like 42 years old, man. I mean, come on. When he fought Wilder, it's like you can tell Chris, he's not in his game anymore. He's not. Wilder made him look silly, man. Wilder was just landing left and right on Chris Ariola, dude. I mean, who's to say that Chris Ariola is not going to get hurt when he fights Andy Ruiz, man? Andy Ruiz is going to come, and he's going to make a statement against Chris Ariola. That's kind of a quick fight prediction, man. Chris Ariola is going to come and make a beautiful statement against Chris Ariola. This is going to be maybe a walkthrough for Chris Ariola, man. Everybody knows what's going to happen. Everybody knows what's going to happen in this fight between Andy Ruiz versus Chris Ariola. It's going to be almost a walkthrough, man. Andy Ruiz's speed, the way he's training with Eddie Reynoso. He's gonna come and just slap this dude around. Yeah, Chris Ariola's he's gonna put up a fight. I know, I get it, and that's what I'm saying. It's so predictable. Why is it on pay-per-view? Bruce Go says here, no, just a click. Okay, I don't know how they do it, man. I don't know how they stream it, but DP, I go through Hulu. Okay. Yeah, D-Ray. D-Ray, that's what I'm saying. And I said this in my post-fight reaction with Ortiz versus Hooker. That impressed me. That was action-packed. These prospects, you know, with these step-up fights, they're bringing great fights. They're bringing great action. They're bringing, you know... okay, let's go back a little bit. I mean, just recent. What? And I refer to this because this fight has to be referred to for years to come. And it's sad to see platforms stop speaking about it. It's sad to see they just forgot about it. It's just out of their minds now. No. This is what we got to push. This is what the boxing community has to push. You know, not pie in the sky fights, not Bud and Spence and Wilder and Fury and Wilder and Fury and Wilder, Anthony Joshua and Fury, Anthony Joshua and Fury, Anthony Joshua and Fury. You know, it's like it's not even happening. So I just don't do that. I can't. What's worthy of talking about? Impressive fights like D-Ray's talking about. Estrada versus Chocolatito rematch. That has to be talked about for years to come. That's a classic fight. That's gonna go down in the history books as a classic war. Two top-notch fighters. Yeah, the result, I understand the judging, how it was judged. Yeah, that's controversial. But you see what I'm saying? And like what I'm trying to say is that what D-Ray's pointing out, Ortiz Jr., Hooker, amazing fight. You know, we're soon gonna see a great fight between Ramirez and Taylor. You know, I mean, come on. These are the fights that are worth talking about over and over again. These are the fights that are worth talking about over and over again. And these are the fighters that deserve the limelight more. They deserve the limelight more. Not all this clownery that's going on. Not all this buffoonery that's going on in the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia and Pacquiao. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Shut up about that. Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, man. I'm not clowning platforms. No, I'm clowning I'm talking against the whole stupid promotion that Ryan Garcia tried to bring out. knock him out in 2 rounds. I mean, come on, Oscar De La Hoya, shut up about that. Let's go back a little bit. Fine. Remember in the build-up between Campbell versus Ryan Garcia? Remember the build-up between Campbell versus Ryan Garcia? Oscar De La Hoya. And why the heck was he even talking about Tank Davis? You're supposed to promote Campbell versus Ryan, not freaking Tank versus Ryan. This is a joke sometimes, man. This is just a freaking joke. We're not going to see it. That's why I made a video time ago. I always reference it. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Or Oscar De La Hoya comes out, you know, in the press conference of Campbell versus Ryan. Yeah, Ryan will walk through Tank Davis. Shut up, man. Just shush. My gosh, dude. You see, that's not worth talking about. That buffoonery is not worth talking about. Talking hours and hours about that, it's not even worth it. What's worth talking about is what we're talking about. You know, Chocolatito versus Estrada rematch. You know what I'm saying? These competitive fights, D-Ray, what he just said a moment ago, Ortiz versus Hooker, that was packed. That was action. That was what we want. You know, and a lot of fights out there that are going on, which are really definitely worth talking about. For crying out loud, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I'm going Flash Live. This is why I did my Flash Live Part 1. This is Part 2. Lomachenko versus Nakatani. That's worth talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. You see? So we got here in the chat. Let me get to the chat. Brusco says, Ruiz is talking like this is a step-up fight to Wilder. And this is not a freaking... You see, that's another thing here. I don't know what Ruiz is saying, man. Andy Ruiz. I don't know what he's saying. Excuse me. Okay, let's get back to what I was saying. Check this out. And that's what I'm saying. I got to give credit. Listen. I got to give credit to Lomachenko, man. Let's give credit to where credit is due when it's necessary. Okay? Yes, there are other things to criticize about him. Yes, but Lomachenko coming off a loss. All right? And coming and fighting Nakatani? Come on. Who's doing that? None of these fighters really are. A lot of these fighters are. Spence is an exception. Errol Spence. You know the story why. How many, and I've said it before, how many fighters would come out of a freaking car accident like Spence came out of and come in and fight Danny? Nobody would do that. Everyone would take these lame tune-up fights. That's what most would do. Wilder. How many people would even step in the ring with Luis Ortiz? None of these top names are doing that in the heavyweight division. None of them. And what did Wilder do? Rematch Ortiz. Come on. Oh, come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, dude. Not all the fighters, but most of them are taking these freaking warm-up fights. And I don't know what, getting back to what Bruce is saying. Andy Ruiz, he's calling this a step-up fight. This is not a freaking step. Or if he's talking like this is a step-up fight against Chris Ariola, that's no step-up fight, man. That's a warm-up fight. Andy Ruiz is one of these guys. Okay, at least with this fight. I'm not saying his whole career. I'm not judging his whole career, no. But at least with this fight, coming off of a loss, and how long has he been out the ring for against the loss with Anthony Joshua, coming back and fighting Chris Ariola, that's a warm-up fight. And that's an example of what many fighters are doing. I'm sorry, I'm 100. I'm sorry for being 100. I don't even have to apologize, but I'm sorry for being 100. And I don't care where you're from. I don't care who it is. I don't care what race they are. I don't care what language they speak. I'm 100 here, man. I just got to do it like that. That's how I rock. That's how I roll in life. I'm real in life. You know what? Let me tell you something like this. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying that because you watch movies. No. I'm so real in life. I need realness in my life to the extent that I don't even watch movies, man. Yeah, I know it sounds weird. I know I'm weird. I'm weird like that. But I don't watch movies because it's all fiction. I mean, I don't like to watch movies. I don't like to waste my time watching fiction. You know, but it's a great source of entertainment. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Movies are cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't, that's just me. I speak for me. You know what I'm saying? I prefer to watch documentaries that are based off facts. I just like to do that. I'm a very educated person. I love to learn. I love to learn about real things. You see what I'm saying? So why do I say this? Because this platform, it's about being 100 and real about it all. I don't care what race. That's just too shallow for me, man. It's too shallow for me to back a fighter because he's Mexican, or oh, Canelo, yeah, yes, Canelo. I mean, I give him respect to whom it's due, but I'm not gonna blindly follow a fighter and hoorah for him just because he's my race. Of course not. That's too shallow, man. Humanity is much more than race, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. I mean, I'm getting into other topics, but it relates. Humanity, the human race, is a lot more than race, than color. That's too freaking shallow, man. My gosh, people gotta grow up, man. Oh my gosh, dude. Man, people gotta grow up nowadays, I don't know. But anyway, let me get back to the chat. Get to the chat. So, getting back to what I'm saying, Bruce, I gotta be 100 with Andy. If Andy's talking about that Chris Ariola is a step-up fight, man, I don't agree with that. Heck no. Heck no. Step-up fight to Wilder? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. You think that's going to prepare you for Wilder? You better think again, man. You better think again, man. Man, my gosh. But then again, I need to see Wilder back in the ring. Come on, Wilder, get back in here. Just forget about Tyson for now. You know what I'm saying? Get back there and fight, Wilder. Come on now. Just get back in. You've been out for a while, man. So, but I understand, the arbitration and stuff like that. But man, I want to see Wilder in the ring again. Box fan says here, yeah, we know that's gonna happen. But it's two Mexican heavyweights. As a boxing fan, hey, box fans, bro, I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying, box fans? You're right, bro. I'm not saying I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. If I'm not doing something, if I'm not doing other things that are important, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna watch it. But we know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen between Andy Ruiz and Chris Ariola. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. We know what the outcome. And I know some people out there, anything can happen in boxing, but come on now. Let's look at the context of it. Chris Ariola is like 42 years old, man. I mean, it's over. Chris Ariola, great for you. You're gonna get a nice check. That's what it's about. Make your money, bro. Provide for you and yours. But we know what's gonna happen here. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll watch it if I'm not doing. If I don't have like a meeting planned, because sometimes I have meetings on Saturday nights, Saturday evenings. I have other business affairs. But if I don't, I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it. But yeah, man, I feel you, box fans. I mean, two heavyweights, heck yeah, man. Two Mexican heavyweights. I mean, you never see that. You know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. Well, D-Ray, I'm not even trying to Oscar imitate his voice. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to be funny. PGH says that Ruiz fight is a joke. That's what I'm saying, bro. So that's another point of news I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? DP Rocky, I appreciate you, fam. You got here. That's why we rock with you. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. I just speak facts, man, as factual as possible. Eric R says I wouldn't pay 55 cents to. Oh my gosh, dude. Hey, come on now, Eric. Come on. All right, fam. Hey, this is part 2 of the Flash Lab. I got to get going. I just wanted to cover that. That was my last point I wanted to talk about. Man, I appreciate y'all for jumping in. And in my first Flash Live earlier before this part 2, I repeat, the freaking electricity went out, the power went out, and we had a whole, a lot of different viewers that were in the part 1 that are not in part 2 here. So it is what it is, man. You guys jumped in here. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome. I love watching you, your chats, talking what you talk about. So I really appreciate you guys all for jumping in the second part, man. So hey, man, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. I got to get going, man. So Briscoe says here, I hear it was, May 1st. Yeah, it was moved to May 1st. Yeah, I think, because they're not going to clash it with Canelo's May 8th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That exactly. Yeah. So hey, thank you guys so much, man. I plan on going live Thursday evening. So hey, I already got the schedule. Put your notification bells on, man. I got the live with my sidekick LeVar Cooper tomorrow evening. I got the schedule there on my YouTube channel there. You guys check it out there, and notification bells on, family. So definitely, man, Lord willing, tomorrow evening we'll be going on live again. Okay, stay safe, family. Thanks so much, man. I love you guys, man. I can't express enough my appreciation to each and every one of you, man. You guys are family.